Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about the Moto G Power 2021 after about 3 months. So I can't believe it's actually been that long that I've been using this device. It's actually been a really quick time that passed by, but we do get the power brick Type C for charging in this guy. We do also get your you can see right here we do have a nice camera setup on there. It's a triple camera setup on the back of there. We'll get into that in a little bit more detail, but I am using the Spartan case from Poetic. So let me just show you how this device looks without the case on as well. But just a really sick color on this one. Now you may be sporting the 64 gigabyte North American model, but I'm sporting the 32 gigabyte North American model. So we have that side mounted fingerprint on this guy. Just a really sweet performer. To be honest, it actually performs way better than I actually expected it to with that performance that we're getting. So really snappy performance on this guy when you're just browsing from app to app. Go to the Play Store, get some really nice performance on this guy as well. But it does have a 6.6 HD plus display, which is really good. And as far as the weight of this device, it's 206 grams of weight, so it actually feels really good in the hand. We also do get a Snapdragon 662 processing chip. I don't know why I had trouble saying that. But what's really good is we also do get a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, and after about three months, I still can't believe it's been that long of using this device. It's actually been really good. Now, and a lot of people were like really mad about this not having dual speakers, but one thing I noticed is that when I listen to the speakers, we do get this actually really cool auto effect with audio effects right here, which increases the sound levels. So if you guys haven't already done that, if you put it at extreme bass, I listen to that with the headphones on as well, and it just sounds really good. So we do get some really decent audio quality out of this thing. So I just want to give you guys a quick audio sample of how it would sound when you're listening to music on here. And this is at full volume. Now this device does also feature a 48 megapixel camera on the back. We'll get into that just a little in a second, but what I really like is the processor on here. It's a Snapdragon 662, which is capable of performing very well in the mid-range, lower like entry-level budget price point, but still mid-range processing chip on this guy. So I really do like the performance. Wow, that's crazy that we're actually getting. It's really zippy for a phone. For the processing chip that they're giving, 3 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabytes of internal storage, is actually really zippy on here. So I was able to get through like pretty much. This is one of my favorite devices when I'm using it with a 60 hertz display. A lot of devices that I do use also have 90 hertz, 120 hertz, but as far as 60 hertz displays, this one is one of the more snappier devices. It does get to all my apps really quickly, and we still got Android 10 on this thing, so just keep that in mind that we will have Android 10 on here. So let me just show you right here. We have the February 2021 patch. I kind of wish they would push more updates on this device, because a lot of my other devices that I have, like the Blackview, like the other devices that I'm using, like the OnePlus Nord, what's the other device I was just using, the Xiaomi. They all have like April and March updates, so I definitely think that's going to be updated very shortly on this device. But it's been really good as far as the performance on this thing as well. Now, as far as the camera performance on this thing, it's been really, really good. The front-facing camera is really good. You can see we have that stabilizing thing. So it tells me when it's level, and then I could take the picture when it's level. Really good camera on the front and really good camera on the back as well. So I really like using this camera you know what I'm saying, for portraits. And then for the rear camera, we do get this macro camera, which is really good for getting really up close on objects, as you can see right here. So I could get really up close to this thing. As long as I have some decent light, it's going to come out really good, and the focus is going to come in as long as my hand isn't shaking. But you have to hold the phone a little like sturdy for it to get a good photo. So just keep that in mind. We also can, you know, switch the zoom right here on the regular camera. It says right here, so you could switch to zoom and easily get it's up to 8 times zoom on that, which gets a little blurry, but you know, the stabilization is on here in the settings when we go to video. So I really like that about this device, that we do have an option for shot optimization on here. So I think that's pretty cool that they do have that on here. They could have left it out like other devices, but they actually put it on here. We also we don't have the NFC on this guy, but we do have some really good performance on this thing, which is really nice. So, you know, if you want to get the app, the Google feed, you can go back to the home settings. I think this thing has like the Google feed right here. Allow home screen rotation. Right here, swipe access. You can put the Google feed on. And then we have the Google feed now. So, wait, the Heat pay a 40-year-old veteran $2.5 million even though he never plays. I think more sheets. Okay, that's a dope idea. But this screen does have a 720 by 1600 for the PPI. It's 266 PPI, and it's gonna be for the CPU. It's gonna be the Cairo 260 2.0 gigahertz clock speed. But for these for the actual, you know what I'm saying, processing chip, it's going to be the Snapdragon 662, which is going to be a really good performer. So I kind of want to show you what that looks like when we're performing, but anything you want to do on this guy is a cinch. You can get to your multitasking really easily on this thing. So I definitely like that as well. So along with the 5,000 milliamp hour battery, we are getting Type-C charging on this device, along with a headphone jack at the top. A 2 megapixel macro camera, 2 megapixel for portraits as well for this device, and a signifying speaker, which actually sounds really crispy as well. Another thing I like about this device is does it have 15 watts fast charging. So when you're charging this device, it's going to be really quick. You won't have to really worry about waiting mad long for it to finish. That's something that a lot of phones take forever to do, but this one doesn't have that issue, so I really like it. You know, like I said, we're still waiting for the security patch to come in, but as far as the performance on this guy, we got the Snapdragon 662, like I said before, so it's going to be really good when it comes to gaming. Now for the battery on this guy, I get about 2 days, but there is another version that has 4 gigabytes, I believe, and 64 gigabytes of ROM, which probably it makes a difference with the performance and the battery and things of that nature. So I'm going to show you guys what the graphics perform on. So it's pretty much medium frame rate and balanced graphics. So nothing too crazy. You can't go up to HD, so just keep that in mind. And the screen gets pretty decently bright. It doesn't get the brightest. Viewing angles are pretty good as well on this guy, but like I said, it has the Snapdragon 662, so nothing phenomenal, but just for, you know, gaming, you can get by with this thing. Nothing crazy, like I said before, but it's a decent performer in any respect. So I definitely like this phone for gaming. But just a decent performer all around. So you can see right here, it does game well. Wow, I don't even know what happened right there, but it was probably a dropout from the Wi-Fi. This does have 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi as well, and really good audio quality when you connect it to that Dolby audio thing for sound. So like I said, even though it's lacking the dual speakers, that audio feature that it has for extreme bass, it makes up for it. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely could say that it makes up for it. So this is definitely lagging right now. I'm not sure what's going on, but let me get out of here real quick. But overall, I definitely can recommend the Moto G Power 2021. It's got a really good processing speed. It never really freezes when you're doing anything on Wi-Fi or even on the 4G LTE. We get voice over LTE as well. So you can see we have the Wi-Fi calling feature on this guy, dark mode, nearby share hotspot. We have screencast on here as well, so I know a lot of people like that. And also we do have just a lot of cool features on this thing, like Face ID, as well as the side mounted fingerprint sensor. The camera on the front, I think, is like I don't remember what the exact megapixel count for that was. I think it was like, let me just check real quick. I think it says right here that it was a 8 megapixel selfie camera, but I could be wrong. But I definitely really like this device. The front and back cameras are pretty good. As far as the photos I was getting, you could always go to your Google Photos and it takes some really good pictures. One of the things that I liked was that they had these AR emojis. So if you took video, you could put AR emojis in the video. And I thought that was really cool, you know, just that it had that. It was just kind of a dope feature that it offered. And then the portrait on here definitely comes out really good. Very clear, and also the rear camera does come out really good. I took a lot of food pictures right here, and you can see the detail that I was getting on the eggs and on the salad was really nice. It did blur out some of the sides of it, but you know, that's to be, when you're using the portrait, sometimes that just happens because it's a phone camera and it doesn't have a big enough sensor. But this looks really good for a phone camera. Like you see that fruit, the French toast and everything like that. But it definitely took some really good photos and everything of that nature. So it has like a stock Android like Motorola always has. Really nice software. Get your weather, your date, time, day, your alarm clocks, you know, things of that nature. You do have the shake to get to your flashlight, which is always clutch, and shake to get to the camera, which is also really cool. Do it one more time, you can get to the front facing camera as well. So just a really intuitive phone. You know, it takes really good photos every single time, and it's just the overall really good device. I'm waiting for it to get the update right now. Let me just check one more time to see if we have any updates coming in on here, and I'm gonna wrap this video up. But it says right here, when I go to, let me see, updates, about phone, system updates right here, check for update, and it says everything looks good. You are on February 1st, 2021. So that's what version I'm on. Let me know what version you're on. Let me know where you're from. And if you're new to the crew, subscribe, get notified for more videos just like this. But if you're already part of the crew, salute. But I'm going to get right back with you later, crew. Peace. I'll check you guys in the comment section right now. Later.